Hey guys, I am at OR Tambo, headed off to my first international trip. I remember in my vision board I mentioned that I want to travel, and here I am taking my first trip out of South Africa with a very dear friend of mine. She's actually a best friend. So I'm about to board our flight. We leave at 20 to 8 and it's 7:05, so I'm pretty excited. I'm out of breath because I had to go to the loo before I board my flight because the queues are hectic. Let me just show you. Look at that situation. But yeah, we're going to Bali and I am so excited to share the journey with you, so do come along. Finally arrived in Doha. It's 5:30 and I'm here with my friend. They're absolutely tired. It's probably about plus minus 8 hours since we left Johannesburg, and we're off to go pick up our luggage and hopefully freshen up because we've got a 3-hour layover. Fun times. But the journey continues. In Bali, and we just hit the streets firstly to look for a money changer because we kind of nobody wants the South African rand, guys. We kind of forgot to exchange our money at the airport because time just kind of flew, hey, as we were boarding to connect, well, to go to Doha so that we could connect to come here. But our search for a place where we can change money was semi-successful. We just need a better rate so that we can get more money because our currency is much more stronger than theirs. If you've got 1,000 rand, you're an instant millionaire, guys. So I suggest you come to Bali so that in your lifetime you could be a millionaire. But yeah, we just hit the streets and also just trying to acclimatize. The locals are very, very friendly. That I must say, everybody greets you. It's just courtesy, but also people are just also hawkers trying to sell you stuff because they can see that you're not one of them. But so far, so good, and yeah, I can't wait to take you along. I will do the room tour a bit later because we just got to our hotel and slept because we were extremely so the money exchange exercise has been very, very eventful, and we've fared very dismally because we believed that we would get a good rate because what we saw online when comparing the rand to the rupiah is that we would be instant millionaires. that dream was only but a dream because the best rate that we could get from the money exchange places was 500 for each 100 rand that we have. And guys, I just get so disappointed and disheartened talking about it. So for the interim, we kind of exchanged 500 rand for rupiah, and we got 250,000 rupiah. And ideally, we would have gotten 500,000 rupiah if we got the same rate that is shown when you check the exchange rate online. But anyway, it's a learning curve because you can't take everything that you see online at face value. I mean, people still have to make a profit, make a living. $1. But if 50% profit, guys, you know, and being ready to buy a millionaire, I was so ready to say in my lifetime, in 2018, when I was a millionaire. But you know, I will have to stay in the 100,000 lane. So we're trying to find our way back to the hotel, and then actually we are lost. But yeah, we need to find our way back, and I think we are lost. Lost in Bali. But again, we can't be caught slipping because they can't see that we are lost. So we're back at the hotel, and that whole money exchange exercise went dismally. I mean, there were so many lessons learned in the better part of the morning that I just wanted to break it down to you. Firstly, never ever take what you see online as a true reflection of what might transpire on your trip. For example, our ZAR, or South African Rand, is much stronger than the rupiah, and we settled for 500 rupiahs, well, the 500 rate, and we ended up getting 250,000 rupiahs, whereas if we had gone with the rate that we initially thought we would get, we would have had 500,000 rupiahs just from the 500 that we exchanged. But nonetheless, it's a lesson learned. Another thing is that we got lost. So there are a lot of short corners, quick turns, and I'd like to think that I got thrown off by the many stalls of gifts, souvenirs, that we ended up walking and landing up on the other side of town. So we are at Depensar, and we ended up at Kuta. Don't ask me how, we just walked, and we had to take a taxi back. And I think after taking, such a sweet guy, his name is Dimas. Mazaza. But his name is Dimas, very sweet, and he kind of broke it down that some strips or where there are many shops we shouldn't go, and when we want a good rate we should go to larger establishments and not the smaller ones, because those ones you'll never get a good price for like a back-to-back comparison. And another lesson learned is that you can't think that you're going a short distance without having some form of hat or cap, because I got burned, guys. I really feel like it's sweltering. The weather here is very tropical, it's very humid, and the sun is scorching. Yesterday when we landed, it was 26 degrees, but it's also very humid. It makes it very unbearable. But that's another lesson. I think I've unpacked so many lessons, and we still have 6 days to go, and lots more to learn. But so far so good. I don't think we're actually very disheartened. I think it's a learning curve. And I kept on asking my friend that, is this how people feel when they come to South Africa, because everything looks the same. And another thing is the language barrier. The people here have a good, not very good, minimum grasp of the English language, but it becomes quite difficult because we get lost in translation when you're asking them certain things, and they just nod, and sometimes they will never say they don't know. That's what I realized. Some people will say yeah that way, and they're not being honest at that point. But I think they're just trying to help. Very lovely people, friendly, courteous, but sometimes they kind of overdo it. But anyway, we're back at the hotel like I said, and I just wanted to give you a quick tour of our place, starting with our bathroom area. This is our shower. It's very lovely. Already used it. That's me in the mirror. Hello. I swear that's the basin and the loo. Nothing much more glamorous, right? And then up there, this is where we place our clothes. Up there we placed our neck pillows, and this is the hanger rail to hang our jackets, dresses, or anything that may need a hanger. Place where we can put our bag, luggage as we walk in, and the safe. We've got a tea and coffee area station right here. The nice thing about Bali is that they use the two pin UK thingy-mabob plug point, and you don't actually have to get an adapter, because most of our electronics are two-pointed, especially like the phone chargers. We've got a mini bar fridge, there's water in there, some nuts, and Pringles Coca-Cola. We have a full-length mirror. That's me again. I'm wearing an oversized t-shirt dress, you know, can't go wrong with that. Our bags are over there. Desk area with a side a lamp, side lamp, and our bed, a double bed. Another side lamp there. We've got a television set. We don't know how to operate it because we didn't come all the way to watch TV. And that's my friendlings there sitting on the couch.
I'm bushed.
She's very bushed. We are 6 hours ahead of South African time, so right now it is I don't know if you can see my watch clearly. It's 3:10, so it's probably only going for 10 o'clock that side. That's a time zone that we're in, 6 hours ahead of SA time, and we actually have to kind of time ourselves when we contact people at home. Yeah, our midnight is your 6 p.m. That's essentially how it is. But we're not jet lagged. At least I'm not. My friend over there, it's a different story.
She's tired, honey.
She's very tired. But yeah, we're taking it one day at a time, and so far so good. I'm really not disheartened. It's an experience to go home and talk about, and for me, that overrides anything. So I'll take you guys along as the day. Hey guys, I am back and we're at the beach today. It is day 2 of our holiday. It feels like we've been here for ages. We even got the days wrong because we thought it was a Wednesday, but we thought it was a Thursday, but it's Wednesday, the 4th of July. Can you see what I mean? It is going for 2:10 right here. So Bali is 6 hours ahead of South African time, and at home should be around 8:10. So people are either driving on their way to work. Luckily the kids are at home because it's winter holidays, and it's pretty cold. That side apparently is around 2 degrees, and we woke up to a sunny, breezy 24 degrees Celsius, so we're really enjoying the beach. We just decided to be beach bums really, and I don't think it was a bad choice at all. Right here with my friend, she's taking selfies, making memories, and I am going to read a book. Remember when I did that vlog about the books that I have and I'd like to read, and I made mention of the fact that some of the books are ones that I would like to take when I go on a self-discovery trip or just on a proper vacation. I did just that, and I brought Shonda Rhimes' Year of Years. I started reading it last night, read a bit of it in the morning, and so far so good. I was telling my friend that it's actually quite conversational, and I like that kind of writing style because it feels like I'm drawn into the story and I'm part of the storyline. I mean, when you think about the body of work that she has created, your Grey's Anatomy and all the other productions that she has written and produced, really, I don't think the book would have been boring in any way, and it's not a biased thing. So I think I've been influenced by the kind of work that she has done. Enough about that. Yeah, guys, day 2 beach bumming all the way, and I've got my swimsuit over here. I hope you can see the text clearly. It's a one-piece personalized L, because pretty serious about the brand. So yeah, guys, that's basically it. Nothing really to talk about because we're just gonna be here having fun in the sun. Every now and again we won't be those black people. We are gonna go in the water. Maybe we'll take snaps of those, maybe we won't. So it's day 3 and we're on our way to Tanah Lot temple. The plan for the day is to actually go look for sacred spaces where we can actually be part of, it can actually be part of the experience, and Tanah Lot is one of those postcard worthy places because it overlooks the sea and it is very sacred like any other temple here in Bali. It is about 40 kilometers from where we live, and we opted to go for a meter taxi. Although there are various modes of transport here, we just thought it's quite a long distance and it's very hot and humid, so we just opted to go for an air-conditioned space where we can sit and just get to our destination. So I'll take you guys along and hopefully you'll like the whole space, so do check it out. Tanah Lot temple. My friend and I have made it safely to the other side of town, which is southwest of where we are. We live in Legian and Tanah Lot is in the southwest region, quite far, over 40 kilometers like I mentioned earlier. And we got a very, very kind taxi driver by the name of Ahmed, who was quite interested in the fact that we come from South Africa and the reason behind us visiting Bali. And we had to tell him that we wanted to celebrate our 30th birthday, and what better way to do it in a different country and a beautiful place just like Bali. So we started our 30th off with a bang. I can't wait to show you guys what Tanah Lot looks like. I specifically wanted to see it during the sunset because apparently the sunsets here are to die for. So just gonna soak in this experience and let you know how it goes. See you guys. This is how the temple looks from the outside, and there's a long queue of people waiting to get inside. I don't know what the rules may be with regards to recording or using your camera or any electronic devices on the inside, but I hopefully can take the movements for you guys.
my friend and I just got cleansed with holy water, and then only then can people go up the temple. But we can't go far because I realized that it's barricaded from this point on. Because detour. But we've made it up the Tanah Lot temple, and we're going to take tons of photos. And guys, I just want to share the view with you. Hello, honey. We just came down the temple, had a ton of photos taken along the strait, and I just wanted to show you the temple during sunset time. It is beautiful. There's still tons of people who are going in to get cleansed and so that they can take more photos while on the temple. But here's what my view is looking like. That's Tanah Lot from about I don't know how many meters away. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's a huge tourist attraction, guys. There's tons of people who are here just to capture moments of themselves in the temple, around the temple, just walking around the area. A lot of tourists, and we are one of those people who are here to witness the beauty that Tanah Lot is. Now guys, there are things that I can do like holy water, but things like this, a holy snake, really? I'm not one to mock people's cultures, traditions and beliefs, but I think I'll pass on this one. And so my friend, she's just standing very far from the side. I tried to go in and then I thought, remember you're afraid of snakes? No, give this one a definite miss. So we wanted to catch the Tanah Lot sunset because it's one of the must-sees as well while you're here. But we've actually realized that ever since we've landed, we've got quite a few stares from people. So probably wondering, where are these people from? Because I get a sense that a lot of people are not used to seeing African people out and about. And I mean, that's probably their reality. But it gets very awkward every now and again when you get somebody walking at you, literally. But not so long ago, like about 10 minutes, we caught we bumped into these Asian ladies, 3 ladies, one carrying a baby, and they basically, we thought they were asking us to take a picture of them. And little did we know, they actually wanted to take photos of us, well, with them in the picture, and they were having the time of their life. Each one of them wanted a picture. We first had a group photo and everyone had their turn to take pictures with us. So guys, saying it all, you guys are sleeping on us, hey? And you come back from it to SA, you guys better take care of us because we feel like we've made it. But
we're a hot commodity in Bali, guys.
It's just another day in Bali, but it has been all sorts of amazing.
A few minutes later.
I realized I never took you guys along with us for breakfast. It's Friday the 6th of July today, and yeah, we're going to show you the place that we normally get our food from. Our hotel is a bed and breakfast, which is quite nice. So we have quite a filling breakfast in the mornings, and so that we're ready for a full day of activity. So what we normally get is like a continental breakfast, which is fully decked out with a variety of options. And yeah, so this is basically the cereal and fruit bar. You've got, normally this is the standard sauces, blueberry sauce and strawberry sauce, and a few toppings from the salad bar. And this is essentially just the pastry section, you know, so it's pastries. Today they've got crepes and waffles, hello, and assorted bakeries like muffins, croissants, and then there's pudding. Really guys, pudding in the morning. I don't have a sweet tooth as such, so I usually just pass this little section. Different types of breads and sweet, what do you call this? Spreads, jams, strawberry, pineapple, papaya, basic bread, regular bread, not basic. I think I just offended the bread. And then I was telling my friend that everyone needs an industrial toaster in their home. It would make life so much easier. And then right there, that's where people can get any kind of egg that they want. I usually go for what's this? An omelette. But yesterday I think I had scrambled eggs, and I wish I went for the omelette. And let me go to the other end for you. So they normally have here is like traditional what Balinese people would have, and today they've got the vegetable soup and fried rice. It's called nasi goreng. Just want to open it for you. That's what it looks like. I really don't want to open the vegetable soup because I feel like I'm gonna burn. Today we've got baby roasted potatoes, and on the other end that's beef stew and casa leaf coconut cream sides. And then there's the standard ingredients that you get on a continental breakfast: chicken sausage and fried chicken, sambal bajak. Guys, bajak sauce is amazing. I always have it with my eggs. And then there's baked beans and grilled tomato with pesto. And these are the different types of sauces that I like to add on the side if you want that little kick. I mean, there's chili sauce, tomato sauce, cut chili soy sauce, sambal embe, green chili sauce, and bajak chili sauce. Now this, my guy, that's the bajak chili sauce. It's very lovely. I tried it the first time and I really couldn't stop eating it. So every day I add it to my meal. So that's it for breakfast. I'll tell you and I'll show you what I've gotten. So this is the breakfast that I finally went with. The bajak sauce I was telling you guys about. I went for baked beans, tomato with pesto, and omelette. The fillings and toppings are mushroom, bell peppers, and some mozzarella cheese, chicken sausages, bacon. Got myself some toast with some butter and some crepes with maple syrup and a juice. Really don't feel like having coffee, and this really just sustains us for the entire day. So time to dig in. So we're souvenir shopping today. It's Saturday. Yes. Wow, our holiday is almost over, guys. But all I can say is that if you visit Bali, be prepared to bargain, bargain, bargain. And the buzzword is, or buzzwords are, how much for good luck. That case, and that way you will get a good price for whatever you're looking, because everybody and all the shops are basically selling the same things. And if you're bargain and you ask around, you'll know how to gauge the price that you're willing to pay, because damn, these people sure know how to reel you in. And just like that, the Bali holiday is over. Bye.